Hi friend, come along with me as we transform this table into something beautiful. So I started out by sanding and I really loved this look on the top, but it was veneer and it was pretty damaged. So we are going to actually paint the top of this tabletop. And first we're starting out with painting the base. I brought it inside and I'm using the linen white chalked paint from Rust-oleum, which I love. And I painted the whole bottom, and sometimes I like to distress the white portion of projects like this, but I actually left this one just the chalky white because I liked the look. So I also painted gray and aged gray on the top, also the chalked line from Rust-oleum. And I am about to put the smoked glaze on top, which is going to be like a gray faux wood grain look. If you've seen my other videos, I like to use this technique and I think it makes for a really cool looking project. So here I am about to apply the smoked glaze, and you want to apply it nice, even layers. And this was hard because this table was pretty wide, and so I was just really careful to make sure that the lines were straight. I didn't do a super great job, but I kind of was able to come back later and fix it up a little bit. So you first want to apply the product on in a pretty good amount in straight lines, and then let it sit for a while, and then you come and you wipe it back with a clean like a lint-free cloth. And with this table I kind of learned that using a dry paintbrush was a really good way to kind of move around the product after I had wiped it back. And so I was able to kind of make it look a little more like I wanted. But you do want to make sure it's dry, because if you use a wet brush, it'll kind of, diffuse the color. It'll make it more like just a gray than to have like black and gray and white mixed together. It will just be kind of like all gray. So just forewarning, I learned that the hard way. So here I am wiping back and making kind of that streaky wood grain look. And I did find that it was taking off a little more than I wanted on the edges. So I took the paintbrush that had the glaze on it and I just kind of put a little bit more and then kind of worked with it from there. And this is a fun product because you can really make it like as dark as you want, or you can leave it really light and airy. It's really however you want to use it. And if you let that completely dry, you can come back and do a coat or two coats, multiple coats later, and you can really get the look that you're wanting. I thought this was really cool to have it a little darker on the edges and that it would kind of be like a smoky ombre look. I thought would be neat. So that's kind of what I was trying to go for here. And I did come back later and do another coat on top, and so it does get a little bit darker. But I did do one half at a time because I was afraid that it would be too dry on the first half by the time I got to the second one. So that is why I just did the one half, and then here I am applying to the second half. And you can probably see here in the video I have taped off the bottom portion of the tabletop. That's kind of the green that you see there with painter's tape, and I also ended up later painting that portion in the chalked white linen paint. And this look is really popular in my area, I think, and so I was excited that this would kind of have that farmhouse look with the really neutral gray faux wood look on top. And here is what I meant by dry brushing. I was able to kind of move the product around after it was kind of tacky and just give it a little more of a blended look. So I did use the matte clear top coat, also in the Rust-oleum chalked line on the bottom, on the base that you see the white portion of the table, but the top I actually used 5 coats of polyurethane, and that was put one on, let it dry, next day put another one on, let it dry, 5 coats so that it could be just a really durable surface on this tabletop. So remember what it looked like before, and just some details. I actually acquired this table for free. It was in pretty okay condition, and I probably put about $15 into it for materials.